All right, hello. We are back. Let's continue on. So, like I said last session, we're going to see why if you have Angela as sorceress, you're going to be very richly rewarded for rushing Lucent Beam. But first, we got to get past these guys. Nope. Could have handled that much better. No, she's on magic because again, we don't have a gold, restoration here.
Gorge ahead.
Oh, we got restoration. Cool. Wait, how did we get that? I don't remember. Oh, she must have popped a walnut. Let me see. I bet you that's what happened. I didn't see it. Oh well. We also could have went back down and rested at the bed. Oh, right here. Yeah, see? But you gotta do a combat ambush each time. So, pick your poison. Now let us through.
What a joke.
Now, if you have Sahagin chips or anything, I'll suggest using them. But, if you don't, it's okay. In New Game Plus, you probably will have them. Now, here, instead of using your damage dealer, if you have Angela switch to her, she will be your super damage dealer here. See? Weakness. And you need to be watching out for that, because he will not let you do that. So, see how much damage we just did? This is why, I said rush Lucent Beam. She is doing almost 1,000 damage in the clean new game and 2 levels below the boss. This is why on hard or below, Angela is absolutely amazing for destroying a game. It's expert, it's expert in No Future where she struggles. But he hits really hard too. Now, the AI by default will normally go for Holy Bolt. You have to manually do Lucid Beam. As you can see, it does a truckload of damage. You may want to consider before going to Palo, before leaving Palo, to try to get a bunch of fairy walnuts if you have Angela. Since we have a few here, we are going to buy a bunch next time we can. Can't just get away with this here. Especially since it's a weakness, too. We're completely out. Okay. Now, if you've got some light damage abilities, rather damaging items, or somehow got whole light claws, this fight gets a lot easier because you can put it on your damage dealer, and if you have Angela, spam it. But it goes a lot faster if you have her on Sorceress and a bunch of fairy walnuts. And here we get Shade. So something I forgot to talk about with the upgrades is, Sorceress will eventually lead you down to a path where you get AoE elemental spells for everything except, I think, very specific spells that Angela can get access to as a light side job. And that's one of the biggest appeals. Plus, in the remake, we get the ramping damage, as you saw what we were going to do right there. Massive damage. But then again, we didn't actually have that yet.
Shade.
There's another one that does it. So if we had that, you would have seen how absurd it is. And there is a boss later in the game weak against Light, which a level 4 Angela will just make a complete meme out of. Anyway, here we are in Oblivion. Oh wait, sorry, this is Beuca Island. Yeah, Oblivion is the one that we can come back to real soon. It's been a while, okay? I'm sorry, I forgot. Anyway, this is a one-time visit area, so there are no little cactus area, to find here. And this is where we get access to the giant turtle, whose name I forget.
We must find a way off this island quickly.
All right, so let's take care of this real quick. Yeah, see, that's what I was... Yeah. So if we had that, but we wouldn't have, if we had, dropped all the other points and gotten that, we would have to go all the way back to the Bazaar somehow and get to the night market in order to remap. But we got that after, getting the 9 for Spirit. That boss would have been destroyed. Like, it would have been illegal to show on YouTube. I mean, not really, but, it's a joke. Either way, that, elemental combo plus Lucid's Beam is how you destroy light vulnerable enemies late game. It would just tear them apart. Alright, so we got that. And now we can do some of the basic, abilities. Now, notice it says again requisite elemental. So we're actually going to get this is fire, and this is salamander and undine. We'll get access to them very soon in the story. However, we can actually use protection now because that is gnome. And most of her stuff is going to be in spirit. And int will be for her level 3 upgrades in the summons. And also, a side note, your third companion will pretty much always be one level behind your others, unless you somehow manage to... I don't think there's any way to make them have equal XP, but basically he's always going to be at least one level behind because of stuff like, boss fight just now where we had, deal 2, as well as stuff like for Meta Hargar ways where unless you have Charlotte, you can't have, 3 people on that fight. Honestly, it's just better to fight this, because, But, probably take a little less effort to fight and clear than it would to run away. So we don't have that little cactus bonus yet. Alright, keep moving ahead. Are they actually weak against? Nah, they're not weak. It's just... I guess that's the most economical ability she could use at the time.
I hate to pick on such weak targets.
We should go ahead and save since we're cleared the ghost ship. And don't worry about the rumbling or anything. There's no actual time limit in this area. So you can explore to your heart's content. You also want to try to grab the chest around here because it's a one-time only area. Let's see. Okay, probably have to go all the way around then. It's not, jump over here then. You'd think we could just climb onto these rocks, but nope. Gotta look at the map and the mini-map. I mean, all right, kind of worth. So something to remember. Something to remember about the class strikes is that they're not necessarily based on stats. I believe they always do a certain amount of damage based on a formula that I never bothered looking up. So you can see, despite being a mage, Angela still did a good chunk of damage with hers. Just on that level 2 one. I want to say it's based off weapons, stat, but I'm not really, that's just a guess. It's kind of easier to think of them like limit breaks in Final Fantasy, where they scale up pretty decently, unless you're hideously under-leveled or something. And even then, depending on the game, limit breaks are pretty damaging, even in a low-level or low-gear, challenge. Because if you look them up, limit breaks usually had something extra, like multiple hits or something. So even a low damaging one will still do a pretty decent amount of damage. And of course, a maxed out damage one would be crazy, right? Okay, for example, the Lionheart in Final Fantasy VIII. That, if I remember correctly, that was a 19 hit one, including the ground fall hit. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 19 hits, but it's around that. And even if you have even if you're only doing 1,000 damage per hit, that's still 19,000 damage. And bosses in that game had pretty low hit points. It's a similar principle. Exists here. There's always going to be a high base damage to it. Be pretty crappy if come on. It'd be pretty crappy if a class strike did low damage, right? Especially with a level 2 or 3 one. Whoops. You say not like this, but it's looking like it's about to happen. But hey, we got, healing on you. We're going the wrong way. Let's take care of our training first, though. And now when we get access to Undine, we'll have access to... things going crazy. We're going to have access to Ice Smash. But since we have Shade, we already have access to Evil Gate. Now that's going to be more useful when we upgrade to Star Lancer, because that gives us the AoE versions, and that's something we seriously need the magic point saving for, so we can ignore it for now. Now this is actually something that can be very useful mid and late game, the winning heal, if you have a Reese in your party that's gone down the light path, because that winning heal really pays off, especially if you're starved for healing items. But you're in an area where you can easily take out enemies. It's something to consider by far. So we're actually going to go down the stamina path. Again, we can always remap later if it turns out, no, we made a mistake. This game is very forgiving about that. As long as you have access to the night market. I was going to use the low typhoon, but hey, we got him killed off.
Eruption is imminent. Let us hurry.
All right, so something to know about debuffs is if you have a debuff on you, you can just cancel it out with a buff if you have access to that buff. You don't need to use the medicinal herb or stardust herbs. You can just use a buff spell that would normally give you the status. It's a great way if like if you have mass debuffing from stat and you have a Star Lancer, just rebuff.
No! Did we stumble into a monster hideout? We should run before they see us. Wait! Wait! I don't think these monsters mean any harm.
And this is a great time to resupply if you're having trouble.
Welcome. What would you like?
And there are some upgrades here.
I love shopping.
I have an eye for quality.
This is useful.
Oh wait, we never upgraded that. I kind of forgot.
They aren't attacking us. Maybe you should try talking.
You should try to consider prioritizing weapons over anything else. We have a weapon for him, so we gotta choose wisely here.
I had wanted this.
Reese is our damage dealer, our main one, and he's got a shark tooth that we forgot to equip. So,
Come again. They aren't attacking us.
in New Game Plus, this is much easier because you're gonna be carrying over a lot of gold from your previous run.
They aren't attacking us. Maybe you should try talking to one. They aren't attacking us. Maybe you should try talking.
Yes, we know Fairy. I don't remember it being like that when we did the Let's Play it. It's like, why was she looping over and over on that one? We just talked to that one.
We have to find the ruler of the seas to get off this island. Yes, we should hurry to Seaside Cavern.
Sit down.
We should continue on our journey as planned.
I'll take point and leave the rear team.
And I didn't even see him right there. Well,
Don't keep me waiting. Don't move. Well done. You
Know my own strength.
through into Prickle Creek. Okay.
allow me.
I don't remember them being able to do that in this area. I know, like mid and late game areas, yeah, that's easy for them to do that. But we're only in chapter 2.
Took care of that.
Okay, be able to get through here. We're going this way.
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourselves.
Keep running.
Retreat.
Make sure to check out little outcroppings like this on the map because sometimes you're gonna have something in there like that.
Gotta get this new
Ah, that's what it looks like. Looks like a chocobo that can actually fly consistently.
Took care of that.
And you know that's a natural thing in Final Fantasy that the chocobos are really inconsistent on whether or not they can fly. Like they can fly, I think in 4, 5, 6, and only in with certain upgrades in 7 and 9. They can't fly in 8.
Looks like it's my
The ruler of the seas is in here somewhere.
Ah, finally! Now we have access to a gold statue. So if you haven't trouble getting to the area, this is a good level up spot.
Volcano could erupt at any moment. Search faster.
Honestly, any area with a golden statue right next to it, or yeah, golden statues are the only ones that can do full replenish like that. So any area with a gold statue, great level up spot.
What a joke. Where is the ruler of the seas? This cavern is too big. I know what to do. We should leave this dark and treacherous terrain.
Interesting, she's being more liberal about using that, huh? And there are no bosses in this area, so you don't have to worry about dealing with a tough boss fight or anything. It's just get from point A to B.
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourself.
That was the last of them. Don't get too comfortable though.
On! Let's
We need to check her strategy because she should be spamming those. You know, for the rare times we swap out from her, we're going to want her to be able to do that. We'll take care of training when we get through this area. Let's see. Oh, look back around. Another one. See, I thought these guys only spawned on the ghost ship. Apparently not. Apparently not.
Victory is easy with reliable companions.
Only worth gold item seed. It's going to skyrocket our item level. And here you see Jagan, who is part of the Dark Prince storyline. Now, if you did not have Reese or Hawkeye as your main character, you will not see him again until the Mana, Holy Land, where he dies. And we got Beuca's ability. Oh, that's right. He's called, I think he's called, is it a male turtle? I can't remember. But Beuca is called Vuskov in this game, and I forgot. It was one of the retranslated names. And conveniently, we get dropped off in Valsena. Valsena. I'm thinking of Valsena because we're going to be going there relatively soon. Now, interestingly enough, this is considered a combat area, so we can swap between characters, even though there is no further combat in this area. The only time you see, after the story events here, the only time you see combat again in Valsena is if you have Duran in your party, because his level 4 quest takes place here. That's the only other time you ever see combat in this area. So it's very strange that it's considered a combat area so you can free swap instead of just, not.
You have returned safely.
Alright, so... What was I supposed to cover? Say something again? Something... screw it. I'm sure I'll remember eventually. I know I want to talk about the locked abilities. It's something I didn't really go into before. But first, let's get our free roam unlocked. So if you didn't go back and get the little cactus in Maya, this would be the time to do it. So once we get to our free roam spot, we're going to talk about abilities. Wait, where is it? It looks like we had to put it in a hotbar instead of... I could sworn they changed it in the remake to where it wasn't a hotbar item anymore. Oh, we need to take care of the seeds too, but we can do that in our next destination. We also need to do our training. Okay, so we can't do anything. Well, we can't do, go into the menu, and we can't, do anything to get off. So here's a good time to talk about, the free roam first. So the free roam, this game does have a bit of free roam in the sense that your next two objectives are getting Undine and Salamander. Now you can pick the order you do them in. Luna and Dryad are always last, no matter which way you go. That's just part of the story. They're getting in the same location, roughly. Well, no, Luna has gained... I think it's something else where they're very close by to each other. That's probably what I'm getting confused on. That being said, I would honestly suggest going to the Snow Hamlet, then onto Althena. Because that's where Undine is, and she's the much easier one to get. Generally speaking, you want to pick the path that's closer to your levels. I think they're level 32 or 35-ish in the desert, which is where Salamander is. Whereas they're in their lower 20s to 25s or so, mid 20s. In the snowfield, which is called Frostbite Fields. And that is the easier option by far. So we're going to get on over there now. If you're confused, you can look at the map. So, yep, Hamlet. Now, something interesting to know is when you get access to air travel, you can autopilot. At least, if I remember correctly, you can autopilot. You can autopilot. Now, notice these big areas here. This is actually the first time we've taken a look at the world map because I don't think we could actually look at it while inside an area. Let's see. Yeah, that's not it. Note you cannot go to Jad, oddly enough. So, yeah, note these are the ports. These are the only ones you can go to with Vuskov. And also, these big islands here, these are the final dungeons. You only go to one dungeon per path, so the other two are permanently locked off, and even explain the story that they're destroyed. So that there is Dragon's Maw. That is the Dark Castle, and somewhere in the jungle will be the Mirage Palace. Dark Castle is part of the storyline for Dark Prince, and the Mirage Palace is part of the Dark Lich. Also, you can go to areas like this early on. There's no actual point because you're pretty much story gated and also level gated because these are some mean mutters around here. Let's see. Like, okay, if you try to go over to Lamploon Woods, well, here's why you can't really get advanced far in here. Because this area is blocked off. And this is the story gently telling you you cannot come here yet. You can't sequence break easily in this game. You know, you're not allowed to come here until you have Luna. At least I'm pretty sure it's Luna that allows you to come through here. I could be thinking of another area where you need Luna. You know, like I said, hey, I have proof. It's been 2 years since I played, so I kind of forget some things. Now, you can go to Oblivion and pick up, you know, the little cactus here. This is an area that becomes important once you have access to, you know, all the elementals. Because this is where the gate to the Mount of Holy Land is, and you need Flammy to your air travel. The hell you say?
Come back once we have all 8 elementals on our side.
And if you come here early, Fairy will tell you can't really do anything, but we're here for a little cactus. And next prize will be the battle time escape reduction, which is great. And notice you cannot interact with these statues. Only statues marked on the map can be interacted with. So other than the story, there's no reason to come to Oblivion except for a little cactus. And since we didn't have a proper introduction when we picked Angela, we now have the actual, intro to this area. And since she's in the party, she says that. You don't get that little. I think you can get that bit if she's not the main character, but in your party. I'm not 100% sure. And we don't really have the money, but you can get some decent upgrades now.
Where's the browse?
As you can see, it is not the default store.
Come again.
Let's see. We're looking for a little cactus right now. I don't know if we passed him or not. Yep, there he is. Whenever you get to a new area, little cactus is going to be there. So let's take care of our seeds before we move on. Wait, the main door locked? Who would do that? Huh. Yeah, look at that. Why is that? I've never noticed that. Anyway. So that strength serum is interesting. Vermicrity is a permanent stat up, but it's only a limited amount per run. Ooh, sweet, another okay, elemental bracelet and imp string. Yeah, limited number attainable, and I don't remember the actual way you get them normally. You can't necessarily farm them, and I think they carry across game saves as well. Okay, we don't want that on there. Anyway, we need to cash out our points. So I'm going to check real quick on these serums, because those are something that I didn't normally mess with. But I am pretty sure those are ones that carry across the game saves. Okay, so quick search says the stat bonuses you get from it carry over to New Game Plus. So you can use this to set up your dream party for expert or no future. But I'm not actually sure. It's highly speculated but not proven that permanent stat boosting items stop spawning after reaching 10. So you should be very careful about which ones you get, rather which ones you use them on. But I'm not actually sure. Let me check something else. So, Googling says nobody's been able to confirm whether or not you can free farm serums between saves. So, it's best to wait until you're ready to do expert or no future before you start doing that. That's my personal advice, is to wait. To wait until you're ready to do expert or no future, and then put the stat bonuses on your intended characters. It does seem like once you've gotten 10 period, then they will not spawn anymore for that particular stat. Okay, we took care of that. So let's get into this, fields. Now we're gonna take a look at it here because I cannot remember 100% what the actual levels are in this area, and since we did not get the proper, cutscene when playing Angela, we now have a good one.
Once we're past the fields, we'll be at the labyrinth of ice. This is colder than I expected. My nose.
Okay, so they're around level 25. We are already at the level. Cool.
Is it over? That's disappointing.
Here I go. Let's look for the water stone.
Hurry! Maybe we can avoid catching a cold.
Sweet, found him. Asshole. You notice we have our, map uncovering from the start, starting out as Angela. And this is true of the other zones as well. I'll explain what I mean in a minute. Let's just quit a spawn out. Oh, and I'm so sorry I forgot about locked abilities. Okay, so let's see if we can pull them up on our stats here. Actually, we should equip these real quick. So this is useful for certain mid and late game bosses that love to use shrink and poison. For now, we'll put that on because it's going to stop freezing and burning. Okay, so hitting the wrong trigger. Okay. Alright, so here's how locked abilities work. Now, there's abilities we can equip as we've seen, but here, locked abilities are innate to the class. If you're a league player, think of it as passive. Item passive or champion passive. That you always have access to that if you meet the conditions. So here, Magic Burst means when she's got full hit, magic, she does a lot of damage at first, then she goes into regular damage, patterns and ranges when she's, when she's not at max magic points. This can be very useful when you want to try to do some initial bursts early on against a strong boss or a strong mini-boss. Now, Army of 1. So this means auto attacks, which are the basic attacks. You see me when I'm controlling Reese, just smacking around with the regular, X attack. That's why. And we can just use power attack or area attack for certain scenarios. But generally speaking, Valkyrie into Starlancer is both a class strike monster as well as AoE buffing. So she always has access to this, and her upgrades will have access to that too, as you can see with the level 2 slot. And there's a fourth job that's only accessed in post game, which gives another passive. Usually, it's an upgrade one of a different job lore later on. So, and notice this: if we have his magic, you will be going crazy if we have his hit points up. So he's kind of like the opposite of Angela here. And we need to start using that defense more because, fire and thunder, because we got magic and physical attack. Also, you may have noticed this. This allows you to swap back to any you've unlocked in this save. Since this is a clean save, we've only unlocked Magician, which is our standard one, as well as Sorceress. And honestly, this is something I really like when I'm playing Reese as a debuffer, just because I do not like the dark side outfits for her. So I switch her to Star Lancer or something. And you do not have to actually be that job upgrade in order to access it. So you can cross classes. I just said the Star Lancer outfit. And I don't like Angela's dark side stuff, so I'll switch her over to the light side outfits. So the catch here is you have to unlock that job. Then you can swap it. However, because you can reset your jobs in Trials of Mana once you get access to the post-game scenario and the required item, you can actually do them all in one save. It is a very interesting thing you could do if you're looking to get the skins for a future save, or if you want to reset your abilities for New Game Plus. So that's something to know about, how the system works. It's very forgiving, and you are not... Okay, in the original, you were hard locked to your choices. Your stat choices, at what level you got them at, your job choices, your upgrade paths. You are hard locked to that in the original. It's so much better here. It's much, much, much better. Alright, so let's get going. Now, these are potos, so you can get poto oils if you're lucky, but you're better off waiting until, if I remember correctly, it's the Mirage Jungle area. Jungle Illusion that drops, has a more specialized Mama and Papa potos. And those will more reliably drop the oils. The oils are absolutely amazing in a party without Charlotte. Or certain Duran builds. But we need them definitely.
Let's look for the water stone. I cannot feel my...
Oh, we're chapter 3 now, okay.
feet. We should hurry.
It's not possible, to get frostbite or anything, so they're just, kind of hamming it up. Wait, why was I jumping? I'm sure I was dodge rolling. Yeah, whatever. And there's another little cactus we're going to get.
How it is done in Lorraine. The area is clear of threats.
Yeah.
It is unwise to get in our way. I will not hold back.
Not my own strength.
I know what to do.
All right, so we are back. But basically, you found this boss to be fairly difficult. So, off-screen leveling a bit, and you want to be around close to 30 as possible, especially if you have Angel, so you can get elemental combo.
These are like the golems we fought in Stone's Flame Gap. Wait. Is that guy working with Altina? Don't keep me waiting.
Notice how much damage she's doing. We need to get rid of one of these guys quickly. That way we can more safely res our people. So notice that we're doing almost 300 damage a pop.
The wind.
And you gotta be careful with that, because that can happen. It's annoying.
Well done. Isn't funny.
Refresh our buff as soon as you can. You know, this gets much easier when you have recent AoE buffing. One down.
I will never give up. Again.
If you have a siren claws, use them. Now let's try to get him up so we can debuff. If we managed to get some debuffs off, it would have helped a hell of a lot. Oh boy. Didn't mean to do that. So it's a relatively easy fight if you have the stuff that targets their weaknesses. If you don't, then you're in for a hell of a fight. But it can be rough early on because you need to get at least one of them down first before you can actually do anything. And trust me, it can be a hassle. So make sure you're as close to level 30 as possible.
Let's hurry.
And now we have her in much better mode. This is honestly something I should have pointed out. You might want to consider remapping away from, once you've gotten to this point with Angela as a light magician, sorceress, map away from stamina because you don't need diamond shards for a while. And use those points to get the spirit. This is definitely something I should have talked about because at this point she's going to be spamming a lot of abilities, especially if you get elemental combo. But it's okay. Just wanted to remember correctly, we get upgrades for this later, so we can just leave it for now. We want her spamming abilities, and it'll help a lot when we upgrade her to Star Lancer because she'll already have it. And now we got Undine. The Ice Saber, mental boost. And now that we have it, we can, pad, Angel's stats in battle. Make her a killing machine. And this will help us in the next area, which is Salamander.
Finally, we can leave.
Hey, little cactus right here. Sweet. Yeah, so let's get back, and now our next destination is the desert for Salamander.
Hostile entities, be careful.
We're just gonna keep moving.
We cannot delay.
These guys can be a little annoying even if you're decently leveled up.
Of course you won. Fine then. Here I go. Time for retreat. I don't have time for this.
No time for this.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy. Well fought. Well fought. Don't move. Prepare.
Not too bad, if I do say so myself. Time to work together, everyone. Try and catch me.
It is unwise to get in our way. No, you cannot delay. I don't have time for this. Time for retreat.
Dun dun dun.
Shall we head to the burning sands?
Alright, so it's all the way over there. However, you can use the wraparound method to get there quickly.
So I know the area.
So, you know, the map wraps around, so just head this way, and eventually you will go back. See? Notice the destination marker? Yeah, so it's not a hard limit on which way you can go with the map. Same is true when you're flying as well. So now that we went north instead of going all the way around, we got back here quicker. And again, this is a useful trick for flying. It's all one big spear instead of, you know, it's a flat grid. So, you know, it's more like Final Fantasy in that instance.
I think I'm melting. This is my first time in the desert. It's certainly something.
Let's find a little cactus before we go on.
Hope we find the mana stone before I turn to dust.
Wow, well, well. Made it easy. Ooh, free. Oh, yeah. We definitely got to get that. See? That's a big discount. It'll make buying late game much easier.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse. Do come again.
We'll hold off on those for now.
Do come again. Come again.
You know, they are very pricey, and we are not loaded yet.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
I had wanted this.
Oh, good choice.
I have an eye for quality.
Now, I kept forgetting to upgrade that, you know.
Of this?
Whoop, I meant to equip that. Yeah, never did equip that shark tooth. Oh well. Didn't matter much because at this point we're gonna be using him more for debuffs rather than actual attacks.
Come again. Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
I love shopping.
Oh, good choice.
Looks useful.
Oh, good choice.
This is useful.
Come again.
Cool, we're topped up now.
Welcome. Come again.
Nice, another imp ring. Very nice, more imp rings. Now we can just ignore any bosses that are enemies that use freezing and burning. Remember correctly, that's actually a common one towards the mid and late game. Don't mind me, just stealing your stuff.
We have to look for fiery gorge in this desert.
There are some dangerous monsters out here. Watch where you step.
This is how it is done in Alrant. My aim was true, and my power unbeatable.
So that's why you want to come here after you get an Undine, because there's going to be a lot of Ice Week enemies here. Not to mention, we're going to be doing enemies that are higher than the Frostbite Fields. Let me see where he is in this area, because we want to get him as we go through here. Okay, so north section there is near the Dewey Blay. Oh, there's one in the upper sands, upper ledge in the center. Okay, so he's got two in this area. And that looks like the Blay down there. Yep, three. There he is. He's hiding here. Thought I had enough. All right. Ooh, these guys are not messing around. Why, you little...
No. Okay. I will not fall. I will not hold back. Well fought. No. I will not fall.
You stop that.
That was a grueling battle.
Yeesh.
Perhaps we should take precautions.
Alright, let's heal up before we move on. That was rough.
Here. Use this.
Okay, so let me look at where he's supposed to be again. On the upper ledge in the center. We haven't reached the center yet, I think.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy. Ice smash.
Oh. He's squishing at me like he's Donald Duck.
No time for this.
Yeah, don't really mess with that guy right now. There. Is this really his center? I don't think so. Can't tell. Let me look at this map better. Might be a little further down the map. Oh, there he is. You see him? We gotta move around. Okay, we probably have to go around this way.
I don't have time for this.
I'm really glad we got that bonus too, because this makes it moving much faster.
I'll take point and leave the rear to you. Try and catch me.
Ooh, Spring Stepper. Alright, we can move on now. We're gonna go south to the Oasis. At least I'm pretty sure the Oasis is this way. Let's see. Yep.
It is unwise to get in our way.
Wait, did we pass it?
I'll take point and leave the rear to you.
We cannot.
Oh, no. Yeah, the Fiery Gorge is where we're supposed to go for the story, but we want to get to the Oasis. There we go. So you get brought here as part of the story at one point. But I can't remember if it was just in the Dark Prince one or not.
Finally, I need a rest.
Well, lots of wares to browse.
Okay, so same back as in the main town. So this is one of the interesting uses of the day-night mechanic. Some merchants are open at night, some are not. We see this in the night market, but some vendors like here are, subject to that too. Thought we had some more seeds.
Welcome.
The resting isn't a big deal. It's the saving that's the more important at the ends, honestly.
Gotta get this
Let the
nuisance
magic
out of the
flow
way
through
before we
me.
can go.
We cannot delay.
Let's just keep moving. We could fight, but it's not 100% worth it. Just keep moving right now. You can fight these guys. You're almost above their level for the most part, but you want to get through here quickly because this is an annoying area.
Retreat.
And we forgot to get the cactus, didn't we? Actually, wait. Let me look. I kind of was autopiloting. Let me see. Where is... North near the pierce. Yep, we forgot to go get him. We want to get him because that means when we get into the gorge, we'll get him right away. Actually, it'd be quicker to load because we just saved in there. Come on now. And see, this is what I was, talking about. Some of the magic is straight up stronger. Apparently, it wasn't weaker, but I think that may have been something in the original game where the opposing magic was weaker. Alright, where is he? So he's supposed to be around here, but do we not see him? Ah, there you are, buddy. Alright, so recharging in 20%, okay. Yeah, so if you're gonna remap, wait until you have 30 cactus. Gotta wait until you have 30 cacti. Then that's when you can start remapping. Now back to the fiery gorge. And I forget, I remember correctly, in the original, when you hit 38 or so, you start getting a chance of getting the mystery seeds that you need for job change items. But I can't remember how it works in this one. So I'm going to look it up when we get close to the class change, because when you hit 38, you are going to want to do it immediately. Quickest milestone to reach is the Windstone if you made the shortcut back in Heaven's Way, which you should have done when you were first there. It is by far one of the most convenient ones, especially on higher difficulties. Much quicksand around here too.
Gotta get this nuisance out of the Okay.
Allow me.
Time to work together, everyone. Try and catch me.
Yeah, here we go. Save because we have another boss battle.
Don't keep me
Okay.
Consider switching Hawkeye if you have him or a debuffer in general. So we can start working away on their defense.
I can't get those two to snap out of it. They lost for good.
Yeah, they're elementally resistant, but the entire point is to get their debuffs.
allow me. Don't keep me waiting. Go, Remapping. This is the rank to protect.
See how much damage we're doing? And that's with a debuff on her. Angela is not okay. She's busted. We needed the star to start for that one.
Isn't funny. Not like this. Go, Remapping. You'll regret this. Allow me.
That one was on me.
I will not hold back. Oh, no. Use this.
I
Here. We'll win it. This is how it is done in the rough way.
This should do it.
Don't. Not bad. Cyclone. Isn't funny. I will not. Here we go. Allow me. Mental boost. Let the magic flow through me. Don't keep me waiting. Go, Remapping. Allow me.
Okay.
Not like this. The wind. Don't keep me waiting.
So that can happen.
Be gone.
Just keep rolling. Can be kind of hard to see though.
Here we go.
What was that?
Funny. Here. Here we go. Go, Remapping. All right.
Alright, so pop it again and he's gone.
You win.
Turning a minus into a plus here. So yeah, Angel is a lifesaver on anything below expert. As long as you've ever built correctly.
What could Belladonna be doing here anyway? Is she
Oh, we're
at
already
Belladonna's
fully
place
healed.
too?
I don't care what's up Belladonna's sleeve.
We're definitely going to want to consider this because we are going in the area where, yeah, AoE ice will be very useful. Honestly, I might remap Reese just to take away all this extra stamina put in the int. As you can see, there are some very good abilities here, especially the stat boost, which is something we really want to consider at this point. But definitely have that before going into Starlancer. And this is something you want to consider just in general, because that's a very useful ability. Oh, I didn't mean it there. Now, I still don't understand if it's, I talked about this before, but it's very unclear what it means by status effect. Does it mean a buff, or just a debuff, or a negative status effect? I need to do some research on that one to really understand what it's supposed to be. Because it's really ambiguous right now. Now, see, I don't know if this is only for Hawkeye or for everybody in the party. Again, that's something else I need to do some research on. So I never really used it much. I believe it's only Hawkeye. If it's everybody, then he's absolutely busted, or that ability is busted.
I know what to do.
Notice that these areas are marked with flames. We cannot advance in there because that's the path down to the Benevodon, and we can't touch them until they make their interest in the story. Okay, so we need to find the lava pits, and then he'll be little cactuses around the lava pits.
So hot. Will we even make it?
Now, if I remember correctly, the rings we have make us immune to this, or rather, the elemental ones. No, wait, sorry, yeah, it should be the imp rings.
I don't know, Fairy. I really don't.
Yeah, so we were actually immune to the burning that gets brought into this from the running over those.
We overpowered the enemy. I will not fall. As if.
Wait, I think this is actually no. This map lists it in order of, game progression. Yeah, this shouldn't be showing a list for the Benevodon area, because that's down where the Benevodon is.
That one was on me.
As if I know what to do. No,
Keep moving.
it is unwise to get in our way.
Ah, here it is. These are the right ones. Alright, so just ahead.
Let us work together to defeat.
Try and catch me.
No.
Alright, so he should be around here. You check that map again. Ah, he's in that ledge just over here. Yep, there he is. I couldn't see him at first. There it is.
I will not fall.
So if you have the rings, you can just walk over here with a little damage and not have the burning effect.
Come on. Let's help each other. We cannot hold back. I see that. You wish.
My potential feels limitless. That stings.
We should work together to defeat this threat. This is how it is done in Isn't funny.
This should do it.
Hold back.
Don't think so.
This place is even hotter than the desert.
Funny she's complaining about that because she's inside a volcano.
That stings.
Well, this is kind of like a volcano anyway.
That one was on me. Gotta get this nuisance out of the way before we can go.
Don't keep. Don't move. Well done. Protection. I'm not like this. Ellie.
Oh, we don't have our couple wishes in main inventory anymore. Okay. What? Oh, that's unfortunate. We may have lost little cactus. Just because we got dogpiled and we didn't have our couple wishes. We should have just ran, honestly. Yeah, we're going to do this area again. It's unfortunate, but that's just, them's the breaks. Make sure, if you tap the statue whenever you get into a new area, it puts you back at the last statue you touched as it's considered your autosave.
Cannot delay. Allow me.
You wish you'd never crossed paths with us. What?
No.
That one was on me.
I will not fall. Not bad. It is unwise to get in our way. We should continue on our journey as planned.
Watch out for the enemy.
All right. So back to that spot where we almost at little cactus again. Oh, you don't have to actually go over there and talk. Jump onto that platform. Talk to him from the ledge.
That stings.
No. I will not fall.
Just keep running.
For this.
Try and catch me.
Okay,
That
fine
one
then.
was on
Here I
me.
No, thank you. Hostile entities, be careful. Be gone.
Try and catch me.
There. That way you don't lose the progress this time. And now we got Salamander. Notice we got strength finally.
We've found the fire and water elementals, but now what are we supposed to do? We can always try Dusk Moon Forest to the southeast of Valsena.
And see, now we get Luna.
We may have trouble with the beastmen who live there.
Now we're gonna head out back all the way back to the desert. Might as well stack up before we go, right? So like before, avoid just run out because your real big next level up is going to be the the Moonlight Forest, where you do have a bit of a gut check boss in the coming up, and you'll have your opportunity if you got the seeds to do a class change.
No time for this.
I don't have time for this.
See, this is something I don't like about the escape. We got to deal with the quicksand moving us out like
Cyclone.
there.
Time for retreat.
You got to find a still spot in order to get out. It's annoying. There's a lot of things this game did great, but there's very small, annoying stuff like that. It doesn't detract overall. It's still a very good remake, but oof, some annoying stuff you would know. Okay, we're going the wrong way.
I don't have time for this.
Also, when you get the drum in order to call Flammy, you can use the Oasis to get in and out. I'm pretty sure anyway. We'll see when we get to it because we're not that far away from getting it. Okay, I thought there was a way to... Guess not. Sometimes there's nice little shortcuts, but, not many maps have shortcuts. Nope, we ain't getting through there.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy. We cannot delay.
Alright, time to call Fuskov. What? Oh. Must have did. There we go.
Now then, Beuca, take us to Dust.
And it's on the other side.
The Hero King said to beware of the Beastman's strength. Be ready to make a speedy retreat if necessary.
See, that's not it, but go further this way. Bam! And you can actually come here early, but remember correctly, you're blocked off from a certain point because you need other elements. You can pretty much only explore around outside. Now, something to know about this.
When we heard beastmen lived here, but they aren't doing any harm.
Now, as I was going to say,
Townsfolk seem friendly at least.
damn it, very quiet for a moment.
Not all beastmen are fighters like those earlier invaders. I shouldn't have judged them all from such a small group.
Racist. I'm sorry, it was too easy to make the joke. Now, as I was going to say, so something to know about Moonlight Forest is if you have Kevin in your party, either as the main character or as a companion, then he is always going to be in werewolf form in here. And he has much higher physical attack while in werewolf form. Now, where are you? Might be in an out of way position. Yeah, it's the Beast King that it has the violent werewolves. There you are. I don't understand why can't we just walk over this look. Are we really unable to swim? Alright, so we're going to gear up. We got a little bit of money. This is the point where even with the discounts, it's going to be much more expensive.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Notice the weapons. You get alternate items at this point. If I remember correctly, you get one generic one that's universal across all the jobs for the character, and then you get the one that's useful only for the alignment you went with. And I can't remember this. I can't remember which one is supposed to be for sorceress and which one's supposed to be universal.
I love shopping.
Oh, good choice.
This is useful.
Oh, good choice.
Looks useful.
So are all gear. Oh, we can sell the excess rings because we don't need the excess rings.
Come again. Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
And we should have enough to, yeah.
Oh, good choice.
I'll make use of this.
I have an eye for quality.
I had wanted this.
Come again.
going to the inn. Cash out our items. See what we get. Ooh, free stuff. Nice. Free stuff is always nice.
Welcome.
Really begs the question, who is compensating them? Just says compensated. Also, as a side note, Mana Holy Day is a free charge, so if you don't get Little Cactus up enough for that, then you can rest on Mana Holy Days.
Come again.
Alright, so we're going to pick it up here next time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.